What's up, YouTube? This is D with Success in 5 coming back at you with another trading video. Now, what's funny is I just made a video, but it didn't capture the sound, so I wanted to come back in and make another video for you guys to talk about the trade that I made today. All right, so we get this push up pre-market, and I'm thinking, okay, we're coming to test this area right here, and this area right here is very significant. So as soon as I saw this area failing, I went on ahead and placed a trade like right at this candle around about here. As you can see, I set my stops right above, and I was adamant about that. I was going to stick to that. I wasn't going to move it. I wasn't going to do anything. The reason why is because this area is so important right here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why. This is why you need to try to look for every sign of price action that you can. So anyways, I got into the trade, we took it down. Now here's the thing, when I got into the trade, we were making this bar right here. So let me show you guys, see that? And it was like right here, this bar was starting to be made right here on the SPX. If you look to the right of the screen, that's where my mouse is at now. And as you can see, that was, to me, is a very bullish bar. But this is the second part. We were pulling away from the 9 EMA, and price action tends to hold closely to the 9 EMA. So I know we was going to have a pullback to the 9 EMA, which was going to help with this price action. So everything started lining up, right? Everything started lining up. So I got in the trade. I took the trade. I'm in the trade, and then it just starts to fail. It pulls down, and then we start struggling at the 50 EMA. So I pulled out at the 50 EMA. You guys know the 50 EMA can act as resistance and support in certain situations. I still haven't figured out what those situations are. But again, we started getting volume tapering off, so I was kind of worried about that as well. But a few 3-4 minutes, we cracked right past that, and then we came back down to this area right here. I don't know what this area is. I marked that up after it rejected. Then we once it rejected, and also these two areas here, I don't know what these areas are here. I didn't even set these up or see any issues, but we retest this area. I'm thinking we're retesting the EMAs. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So I'm thinking we're just pushing down, rejecting, reversing off this support, and then pushing up into the EMAs, and then retesting those, and then pushing back down, because we come back up and we do it again. This one, I know once we push past the 50, we were going to push back up and retest the 50. As you can see, it never left the 50. That price action never left the 50, and then we continued on a downward angle. Then, while I was making the other video, this big bar prints right here. So I don't know what this was, but this is also a test of that area as well. And let me show you guys what that area is. And I'm sure we spoke about this before in some of my other videos. And I think one of my Where Will Spy Go videos. This is trend line. This is trend line support. Strong trend line support. That now is resistance. And you guys know any levels that turn from support to resistance, or from resistance to support, typically is a strong area and will hold and will reject, right? So you see this area here. This is the past 3 days of what's been going on at that area. This has been going on for a while. We bounce off of it, we push back up, we come back, we retest, bounce off. Like this area right here is becoming really, really strong. So I knew that this could give me a possible rejection off that area. All right. So that's why I actually took that trade. It was a rejection off a trend line resistance. Okay. And it worked out to my favor. We took one contract. Let me see. Let me go back to my notes. To my journal. We took one contract, 382.50 at 9:34. Now, typically, I don't like trading that early. I like to give it at least a good 10 minutes. But today, it was just not gonna. Wasn't gonna be the thing. So we got the contract at $1.82. Could have got it for cheaper, but I was kind of waiting to get a confirmation of the rejection. And this big red candle was a solid confirmation. And we got out at 218. So it was a small profit, but again, we're growing a small account. So, as far as I can get away from zero is the only plan right now. That's the only plan, and sticking to my trading plan. So as soon as I saw we was gonna reject the 50, I got out because I didn't want this to run back up to retest trend line and then break through trend line or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but as you can see, it came down. This would have probably netted me about $150 in profit if I would have stayed down here. But since I took the loss, that small loss last week, I didn't really want to test it, right? And I'm not looking at my P&L. I'm looking at levels. So I'm selling at levels. I'm not looking at my P&L. I'm trying to not look at the P&L because I started figuring that was started determining when I would trade and stuff like that. So I'm just not trying to do that. Right now, we're making higher highs. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna bust through this trend line and get back in there. So we'll see. Once I saw the break of the 50 and the break of this area here, I thought we was gonna come all the way back down and give a solid retest of the 200, but we didn't. But if you go back and look at the daily chart, you can see where we are with the 200. The 200 is just overhead holding us down. Go back to the 4-hour chart and you can see the same thing. Like it's really, really strong. And it's that now is really overall resistance. We come up, we're not touching it, but we're still retesting that area, right? And we were just rejecting that area. Like we touch a little bit here, I think. No, we don't touch there, but it's still rejecting that area. So we just got to watch for this and see what this is. If we push back above this, I don't know. That's a bullish sign, a strong bullish sign to me, right? That's a very strong bullish sign to me. But we will watch this and see where we go and continue to trade and not have a bias, because I came in this morning without a bias. I didn't know if we was gonna continue to break or anything like that. Like this early morning price action is very bullish, but I didn't come in with that bias. I didn't know what could actually happen. That's why I like to give my trades time to plan itself out and allow the trade to come to me and not force anything. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, pretty good trade. I'm happy because I stuck to the plan, and I'm trying to create a robot. Like that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to make myself a robot and stick to whatever plan it is, win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? So that's my plan basically. It's sticking to my plan. So, but yeah, listen, I hope you guys had an amazing day trading yourself. If you didn't, if you did, leave me a comment. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. To follow the journey. I would very much appreciate it. I want you guys to see where I'm going. Also, that accountability is still intact. I want you guys to hold me true to certain things, and I still got to come out with a video for my rules. So, and then yesterday also I don't know if I'm gonna drop this video, but yesterday I also sold some puts yesterday. I did a cash secured put yesterday on a company, so I might create a video on that. Maybe, yeah, I probably will make a video on that. So that might be coming soon. And again, we're rejecting, yeah, look, we're rejecting it again. Hold on, get it in there, zoom in. Yeah, we're rejecting that area again. See, it's such a strong area, man. Such a strong area. So let's see how this plays out and see where we're gonna go, man, because things are really, really crazy. Economic data and all that, like things are just really, really crazy right now. So you gotta have a plan when you're trading this, and just don't force it. That's a strong rejection. Wow. And then we're gonna crush right past the 50. Wow, nice. Anyways, all right, you guys, so I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, man. I'm D, and this is Success in 5. Okay, I'll holler at you guys on the next video. Peace.